nature, in the universe, there is a law of gender. And this law of gender is found in everything from plants to mechanics to the human body. Right here is how it's found in squash flowers. You look at the bottom, the base of the flower, you see the squash. This is where the fruit begins, from the stem. And at the base of the squash is the flower. You see the dry spot at the butternut squash. When you go to the store, you see that dry little spot. That's where the flower used to be. This is the flower right here. This is the female. This is the female part. When you look inside the female flower, you find the pistil. This is in the middle. This is the orange flowers. This is the pistil. And on the pistil, this is what the female flower needs. She needs pollen in order to touch her pistils to pollinize and fertilize herself. And in order to do that, she needs a male flower, which is grown on the same plant. This is a male flower. It has no fruit at the base of the stem. This is the universal law of gender. It has no fruit. This is how you can tell it's a male. It does not have the seeds, but it does have the seed that was provided by the plant, which provided the female part and the male part. So you can see it has pollen inside. This is the pollen that's going to go on the female flower. Inside is the stamen in the male flower, which doesn't have any fruit inside, that fertilizes the female, is the stamen. On this stamen it has the seed, just like the male human body has the seed that the female needs in order to grow. Now, it wasn't always like that. The female has everything it needs. It used to have everything it needed to produce. But over time we lost that because we devolved. We didn't evolve, we devolved to our lower selves on the earth plane. But this is the male flower, which doesn't have any fruit on the base. This is the female flower, which has fruit on the base. Also, another example of the universal law of gender is you had the 42 laws of Ma'at. Then you have the 42 books of Tahuti, which is also one of the books is the Emerald Tablets. So you got the 42 laws of Ma'at, 42 books of Tahuti, or Thoth, or Hermes. Also, another example of the universal law of gender is the male and female energies of the moon and the sun. The moon represents the female. The moon has a 13 moon cycle. It revolves around the earth for 13 days. It has a 13-day moon cycle. That represents the female, the feminine energy. The male is the sun. When the sun rises in the morning, we rise in the morning. Fellas know what I'm saying. Another example of the universal law of gender is, if you know anything about plumbing, or you know anything about mechanic sinks, faucets, you have a female faucet part and you have a male faucet. The female faucet has threads on the inside of the faucet, and the male faucet has threads on the outside. The threads are the grooves, you know, to turn, so you can turn into the faucet, so you can connect the adapters. Female faucet adapter has threads on the inside, the grooves. Male adapter has grooves on the outside. Another example of universal law of gender is the key in the lock. The key represents the phallus. The lock represents the female reproductive system. Put the key in the lock, what do you get? Boom. You open doors.